How's it going this morning, guys? We are going back to my childhood. I don't know exactly when this was invented, but it is definitely the best invention of the last 20 years. The McGriddle. You guys familiar? It's a breakfast sandwich, which is already the best food, and they stepped it up a notch. They injected, with a syringe, maple syrup into the bread, and it's like a pancake bread with maple syrup, and it's just like a sweet breakfast sandwich. It's so good. We're going to do our take on that. We're going to make a McGriddle quiche, and to do that, we're going to be using this little tart pan here. It pops out. I like using these so it doesn't stick. It's just really easy to use. We have done a few things ahead of time. One is we have this ball of sweet pie crust. And this recipe is from our food blog. We'll link it below. Really easy to make. The only addition we made to this recipe is we added some vanilla to it to just give it that McGriddle flavor. If you have maple extract though, you can add a little bit of that to the dough too. So I have this in the fridge just so it's easier to work with. If you take this right when you're done making it, it's impossible to turn into a crust. And we're just gonna put it between a few pieces of parchment paper and roll it out with a rolling pin. Okay, so once you get it to about the size of the pan you're going to be using, you're all done. That looks good. And I think the easiest way to transfer it is by hand. And then just press it in to make sure it goes all the way to the edge. And if you put it in a little uneven like this, you can just trim some off and put it over here where it doesn't quite touch. And then wherever it's above the tart rim, just run a knife along it. With this crust, one problem you may run into is when we bake it, it's gonna puff up, and then you won't have as much room for filling. So to prevent that, we're gonna put a piece of parchment paper on top, and this will also prevent the crust from burning too much. It'll cook through without burning, and then we're gonna place this pan just right on top to prevent it from rising. And we're gonna bake this at 375 for 15 minutes. Okay guys, the crust was in for 15 minutes and you can see that the pan held it down because it was trying to rise on us. Now all that's left to do is make the filling. For the filling, we're gonna do 4 eggs and 1 cup of heavy cream. That's kind of an extreme ratio, but that's gonna give us more of the delicious, sweet, creamy, McGriddle-y type of taste. In this bowl here, we're gonna crack 4 eggs. And we're gonna add 1 cup of heavy cream. And then just hit it with a little salt and pepper. Give it a little whisk, just mix it all together. If you wanna use a hand mixer, you could do that too. That would mix it up even better. Now right here we have 1/2 pound of bacon that we've already cooked, crumbled, removed the fat. We're gonna place that in the bottom of this pie crust here. That's gonna be the base layer. Probably just do bacon bits too, if you're really lazy. Yeah, if you're super lazy, you can just go McDonald's drive-thru, get a McGriddle. 2 for $4, sometimes they have deals. Then we're gonna layer in a cup of shredded cheddar cheese. It's not gonna be quite the same, because you know McGriddles use Kraft American singles. And then lastly, we're just gonna pour the egg mixture in on top. Hopefully there's enough room. Oh, I think there is. Awesome. Okay. Now we're gonna put this in the oven, 350 degrees, so a little bit lower. You gotta lower the oven temperature for 40 to 45 minutes, but you're gonna wanna check on it probably starting at about the 30-minute mark. Just keep an eye on this crust here, okay? Any of the exposed crust that could burn. We'll be back when it's done. Check it out. Look at that, how much it rose. Oh yeah, oh my goodness. So this was only in for 30 minutes. And guys, our oven, it runs pretty hot, so it might be more closer to 40 minutes for you. So you could do a toothpick test just to see that it comes out clean. You're gonna wanna let this rest for about 10 minutes. We're just gonna get after it here, and it's gonna be quite hard. The edges didn't burn, they're actually just like a beautiful dark brown color. And there we have it. Can you say McGriddle quiche? Okay, time to slice into it. Oh yeah, so creamy. Ooh-wee. Check that out. I love how that's cooked nice and tender. It's not overcooked. So you're wondering, what makes this a McGriddle quiche? The answer is the crust is sweet, has a little vanilla in there, but if you want to make it a true McGriddle quiche, you're gonna need some kind of syrup. So we have this Walden Farms pancake syrup. Some people call it Chemical Farms, rightfully so, because it's entirely made of chemicals. But there's a lot of keto syrups on the market They all suck. This is like the best tasting one there is. And you can find this one at stores. You can't really find keto made syrups at stores. We use this from time to time. It's the best tasting one there is. All the other keto ones are just really bad. You can drizzle a little bit of this on there. And where do you find this syrup at? Sprouts? Walmart. A lot of places have this. We'll link it below. You can get it on Amazon too. Are we going back to my childhood?
Get any syrup in there?
Yeah, and some crust. Exactly like a McGriddle. Wow. I mean, the syrup is really what makes it, but you get the sweet crust, and just the consistency of the filling is so good. It's not too overcooked. When the crust starts browning, the inside is just perfectly cooked. Really great recipe. This is a winner. Make this for your next brunch, and it's a winner. Honestly, the syrup really makes it. I'm wondering what would happen if you mix this in with the egg mixture. That could be a winner, it could be bad also. Probably it'd be good. You guys have to give it a try if you're missing McGriddles. As always, the description, step-by-step how to make this is linked below in the description of this video. Check out our website, ketoconnect.net. We got all kinds of recipes. We got breakfast recipes like crazy because I love breakfast. We got all kinds of recipes. Check out the website, ketoconnect.net, and comment below with what new recipes you want us to try coming up with.